The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Trey 15, Trey 15. Liz 5-3, Liz 5-3. Lion.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And right away he lost the football. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Go. Great 57.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again. Jordan Evans in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the rookie first rounder from Penn State, Saquon Barkley. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
On fourth down, on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Back deep for the Panthers, Ted Ginn. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Look at the dance and the juke. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
On first down, Wentz. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they'll get this down to the 10. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. Wentz going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Here's Wentz to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Derek Barnett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Lion, Lion.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Carlson able to put this one through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Giants. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Let's go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Second down, Rivers. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, Rocket. Hey, go orange.
The pitch goes to Barkley. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Play action now. Rivers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Michael Kendricks in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Ginn. And a 7-yard return following a punt
of 45 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Looking for Gannon, it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants are in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Give to Elliott. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jesse Bates, the rookie safety, his first pick in the league. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And you remember pre-draft, there's a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it then. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a give to Barkley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple of plays, these guys have been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on 3rd. On 3rd down, Rivers. Over the middle, complete. That's Gibson. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Cluster, cluster, cluster. Load it! Load it!
A handoff to Barkley. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
We're okay.
Rivers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On second down, here's Wentz. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Trey Burton, 79 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it, took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And spins away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chain. As well.
Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go. Hey, I'm gonna go load it. Load it. Set. 190. Cluster, cluster, cluster.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, go orange. Orange.
Barkley. And no room that time. Getting it to about the 46. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed.
Hey, go orange.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Carolina getting set to take the field.
The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Run. Grade 15. Grade 15. Here, sit. Hey, stand.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Bring it to you. Hey, empty.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there.
Grade 15. Grade 15. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Here, sit.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Pulled in at the 24. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And this one hauled in by Will Tye. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the 1st half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The coverage that time excellent by Nevin Lawson. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Final play of the half, Rivers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this 1st half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. To get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard. Whitehead, the return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 2nd half begins with a run from Barkley. He finds an opening past the 40. A terrific run by the rookie Barkley. 44 yards. Now, this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Rivers now on 2nd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
The Giants on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 14.
Ready! Set 180!
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the gun, Rivers. Throw left side complete. It's Gibson. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Tavecchio puts this one through, and they will take the lead at 13-10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11.
82. Hey, other side, solid.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Returnable here from the 38. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the touchdown. Giants! Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants add on to their lead.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Wentz now on first down. Looking deep down. It got his man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for Carolina. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Shorty. 81.
They go play action here on first down. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. In for the score. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. Carlson now to add the extra point. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead is down to a field goal. Carlson now to kick this one away. Whitehead, the return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
This is Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Barkley already showing the ability to transform this Giant running game as they come up here on first down. Right back to him on first down. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Yeah, he was the first back taken in the draft. Ended up going number 2 to the Giants, and there was never a doubt that he would be the first runner off the board. And we just saw why. His ability with the ball in his hands to turn a nice little gain into something big. He makes plays no matter how you get him the ball.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now it's Jamal Charles in the game. He gets the call here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. To throw on 3rd down. Rivers. And he's got Will Tye complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 18 yards there and a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
From the red zone now, Rivers. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Whitehead, the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Back to it after the pick 6. Rivers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Orange. Set. We're okay. Okay. Hey, Rocket.
They'll run with Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. The Giants on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, Rivers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Panthers coming out now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Wentz. He completes it to Pete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't it?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
I'm bringing it to you.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. Tackled by Jordan Willis.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Come on now. Let's go. Hey, stat. Liz.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Running left, it's Barkley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And an alley to run. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. On the run, it's Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Marcus Gilchrist there to bring him down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Michael Kendricks in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Giants on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Rivers.
He gets this out to Foster on the right side. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A pretty good mark there. They needed 14. They got 14 on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now a second down throw for Rivers. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, go orange 5-4.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's second down.
You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Black.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. He gets it here to Peak. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. Incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Run.
fires again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Lion. Liz. Check three.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And now out come the Giants. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And they'll run it here. And a short pickup here as he'll get up to about the 22-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you've got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Barkley, and he gets it down to the 32. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. A.J. Klein on the tackle there.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here we go. 0. Alpha!
4 down.
Left.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Left.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Hey, go orange 5-4. Cluster.
A handoff, Barkley running left, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Let's go. Delta. Load it.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So it all rests now on the left foot of Giorgio Tavecchio. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Giants win the football game. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Giants,